Hello and welcome to Fortress, Alaska. I'm your host Dave, and today, yes, we're going to talk a bit about ice worms, but mostly we're going to talk about the ice bug. I just want to say ice worms really do exist. They're not a myth. They live on the surface of glaciers. They can be found if you wander a glacier during the summertime. They're usually found in the areas that are melting. They seem to hang right around where it's 30 degrees, so right at the transition point, and they generally feed on the pollen that settles on the glacier. So, ice worms are not a myth. They really do exist. National Park Service often has them on display when they find them in the ice. But if you're ever wandering near a glacier in Alaska, do take time and see if you can find an ice worm. Now, let's talk about the ice bug. But before we do, let's talk about what I used before the ice bug. So you all know what this is. This is your typical boot. Nice Vibram sole. I use these for hiking pretty much year round. The only problem is when it's icy, that Vibram sole is useless. You might as well have nothing on your feet because you're slipping and sliding everywhere, and you usually end up falling. So what we do here in Alaska and other places where you have icy conditions, I know you people who live in the deep south don't know about this, but we have to do something to our shoes so we don't fall on the ice. So let me show you what that is. Okay, so as you can see, there's a little bit of snow and ice. The snow actually helps you get traction. You can slide really easily, and I don't know how well you can hear me, but like I said, you can slide really easily, and you have to be very careful how you place your steps to make sure you don't slip and fall. It'd be really easy to fall out here. There is nothing but ice underneath this little bit of snow. We had a Chinook blow through, which is a warm time in the winter, which caused the snow to turn to ice. Anyway, so I can walk on it, but I'm very, very careful, and I make sure that I don't slip and fall. So next, we'll try it with the ice bugs. So one thing we do to keep from slipping on the ice when you live in ice areas is we put ice cleats on our boots. You have these kind that are rubber and they stretch on. They can be a real pain in the neck to put on. And then often, if you're trudging through snow sometimes, they'll come off and be lost forever. But this is what I was using for a long time. And there's other ones too. Let me show you another type that I use. This is another type of ice cleat I use. What I like about these particular ones, bright color, easy to see if they're on your foot. And if you're walking with other people, they can notice if one flies off. And you can find them in the snow when they do come off. So, but the downside to these is that they have these, for lack of a better term, a pressure point where the spikes are. And as you walk, especially on the hard ice, that starts to wear on your feet and your feet will get sore. For short walks, like just going in and out to the grocery store, not a problem. But you do take these off when you go inside. But if you're out walking the dogs, like I do often, on icy areas, walking for an hour in these can really be a pain on your feet. So recently I came across something better, and I'd like to share that with you. For all those who live in snowy and icy areas, this is something you might want to look into. Alright, I'll talk towards the camera this time. Now I have the ice bugs on, and I don't have any issues at all. I have traction. I can actually push off and try to run. I can't slide even if I try. I just stop. So they make dealing on the ice much better. And unlike the ice cleats that you had on, they're comfortable and they're warm and they don't fall off. So if you live in an area where you get icy times and you have to walk outside in the ice, I highly recommend getting some ice bugs. And this is the ice bug. These happen to be Gore-Tex lined. They're very lightweight. They do keep my feet warm, and I don't slip on the ice. And the advantage with these is you can wear them anywhere, and you don't have those pressure points on particular spots of your feet. You don't even notice these little spikes. Now, I say you can wear them anywhere. You shouldn't wear them on hard tile floors because they will chip into them, and you don't want to wear them on Berber carpet because they will snag on them, or hardwood floors. So, but you know, if you walk in your house and you have a throw rug there, you step on that and you take these off. But I have walked for hours in these now and have no issues whatsoever. You can see those spikes there. Let's zoom in on those. So you can see the little spikes. Those are titanium spikes, so they're lightweight. And they make walking over the ice a breeze. Now when I walk my dogs, who naturally have four-wheel drive and traction control, I can go where they go without slipping and falling. And they can't tug on me anymore because now I can dig my feet in, even on ice, and hold them back. So,
Let me show you something else about these ICEBUGs. What I really like about them is the way that you lace them. I guess they technically don't have laces. You have this little knob here. You snap it in, you hear it snap, and then you just crank it. And you crank it till it's the right snugness. Then you go out hiking. And if it turns out that wasn't snug enough, you just take a moment, crank it down a little bit more. And you get it perfect as you go. You don't have to stop and just retie your shoe. Just turn it a little bit. And then when you come home to step out of them, you just pull that off, and you step right out. So it's a really nice binding, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. And it does a good job. It makes it easy to get in and out of them. I can wear them just to walk out to my mailbox. My mailbox is a significant distance from my front door. And on the icy driveway, these are really nice. I step outside to do anything in the winter now. I wear these ICEBUGs instead of anything else. I can put them on easily. I go out, do what I do. I take them off easily. And I no longer have to worry about slipping and falling. And like I said, I have hiked long distances with my dogs with these and no issues whatsoever. The only downside about ICEBUGs is, I will tell you, they are expensive. But if you compare that to a trip to the chiropractor, one fall, that could be 3, 4, 5, 6 or more trips to the chiropractor. ICEBUGs then become real cheap. So if I don't fall in the winter, they pay for themselves real quick. So just a short video on something I thought would be useful for those of you who live in icy climates, or those of you in Alaska who are not aware of ICEBUGs. But I would look into getting a pair if you have to walk on ice anywhere during your day. It just makes it safer for you and safer for everyone else around you. Because slipping and falling, you may fall and you might take someone down with you. So, once again, I'm your host Dave. This is Fortress Alaska. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and as always, have a good day and get out shooting.